Florida's economy is driven largely by tourism, and this year the state is on pace to set a new record for a number of visitors that come here. But things have slowed down quite a bit, actually. Now, the reason why? Well, the answer to that varies depending on who you ask.
It's exactly what we said would happen.
Todd Sears has been warning of what he calls economic consequences for months. The founder and CEO of Out Leadership, a national LGBTQ business network, says Governor Ron DeSantis' policies targeting LGBTQ conversations in classrooms and transgender medical care are keeping people away from the Sunshine State.
Imagine the economic consequences 3, 4, 5 years from now if the policies aren't reversed and if DeSantis stays in power.
Several national civil rights organizations like the NAACP and Equality Florida have issued travel advisories to the Sunshine State, urging people to avoid Florida. And at least 13 national conventions have pulled out of the state, many of them citing the current political climate. 33 million people came to Florida during the second quarter of the year, but that's nearly 400,000 fewer people than the year before. Stacy Ritter with Visit Lauderdale says she's not too concerned about that dip in tourism numbers.
We figured that we would start to even out and it would become more manageable, because the numbers from 22 were just not sustainable.
Instead, she says many tourists are choosing to go overseas, which simply wasn't an option at the height of the COVID-19 pandemic. For instance, AAA says international bookings have increased 44% since last year.
For a couple of years, we were the only place you could come where there was no competition. So people came and then they came back and then they came back again, and now they can go everywhere.
The governor's office has called all of those canceled conventions political stunts, and they point out the fact that Florida is still on pace to set a tourism record this year. Ryan Kruger, Fox 4.